Do I have a story for you? So, looks like a general manager's took a shit on all the Eagle fans, huh? So Howie Roseman took a shit on all you, huh? Hmm. You don't see a lot of people in Philly bringing this up because you know why? They don't want the press passes and their key fobs taken from them. Looks like he took a shit on you. Got to read this. How do you feel about your GM taking a shit on the fan base? Here it is right here. I bet Tone doesn't even know. So Howie took a shit on you guys. How do you feel about it? Just no, you guys just want to bring up something. Dan, all hostile today? No, man. I'm having a good day. No, Steve, I'm good. I asked you how you feel. Well, I asked you how you feel about Howie Roseman, the general manager of the Eagles, shitting on the fan base and throwing it back in your face. How do you feel about it? Tone, do you know what I'm talking about? Actually, what I love about this is because now I know for sure he watches the show. And he just validated my entire. Oh, look at Tone. Nah, what happened? God, what's next? Quan goes, what the fuck are you talking about? Thank you, Dee. Here we go. Howie Roseman. Let me get this here. Oh, yeah, here it is. Howie Roseman on the drafting of quarterback Jalen Hurts. I think the magnitude of the reaction was a little bit surprising to us and how we would get hate letters and how people were so disenchanted with the pick of Jalen Hurts. I think the magnitude of that reaction was surprising to us. And I think that just the conversation around it for weeks, months, and going into over a year to come to surprise us a little bit. Many people in the organization were flabbergasted that the amount of hatred towards the pick, said Roseman, per The Athletic. I'm not saying that we wouldn't have chosen Hurts if we had known that the reaction was going to be what it was. We were just surprised how it took a life of its own on, and the majority of the Eagle fans hated the pick. Took a shot at you. Revised history today with every one of you. Revised history. Revised history. Now you love your boy? Holy cow. He basically called you flip-floppers. He basically said you flip-flopped on your stance on Hurts when he was drafted. I didn't bring this up. This ain't old news. This just happened in The Athletic. He took a shot at a fan base because you didn't believe in the process. Wow. Wow. Excuse me, Tone. Is my nose bleeding? My nose is bleeding for Eagle fans right now. You just got popped in the face by your GM. Holy shit. And he put it in The Athletic. Holy cow. To be honest, when they drafted Hurts, we were still in love with Wentz. Damn, Big Daddy, I bow to you. Congratulations to you. You're one of the very few that's trying not to rewrite history. It's okay. It's okay. Howie's just a narcissist who's been gambling on picks for years in hopes of fun. That's also a pretty damn good take. Hey, JM, that's also a pretty good take. Okay, listen. All I'm saying is nobody writes letters anymore. He was in The Athletic. No, this is when they drafted him. Okay, excuse me. Thank you very much for updating my delivery emails. Okay. That's it. What's a take? That's not a take. It's your GM taking a shit all over you, Quan. You didn't trust us. Quan didn't trust Howie. Ooh, man. Holy cow. Man. Blasting Birds fans for drafting Hurts. I think the magnitude of the reaction was a little surprising to the organization and to the owner. And I think that just the conversation around it for weeks and months and almost over a year kind of surprised us and everyone in the organization. Howie said, per The Athletic. I'm not saying that we would not have chosen Hurts if we had known that the fans, I admit, Fly, that's okay, but Fly, it's okay. I'm not saying we would have not chosen Hurts if we had known the fan reaction and backlash. We were just surprised at how much life it took on. That's a nice way of kicking you in the teeth. That's not a take. That's a quote. That's a quote. That's not a take. Dude, that just came out yesterday. What do you mean low hanging? Damn. The general manager. Dude, I think Howie's taking victory laps now on you guys. Howie's taking victory laps on the drafting of Jalen Hurts. And all of you hated it. He's taking victory laps. Holy cow. Look at Quan get his little panties in a bind. Well, we all were against the pick. I was too, dude. I was like, what? Hindsight's 20/20. We're all happy with the pick today. Arthur. Howie has the same philosophy I do. This is all hey, here's the point. Howie has the same outlook on players that I do. I don't dictate whether you stay on the roster or not. You do. On how you play. If Jalen Hurts didn't play as great as he did a year ago, he wouldn't be on the team. He wouldn't have the $255 million in his pocket. I've been telling you that the whole time. And he just validated what I said. And I've been saying for 3 years. This doesn't come down to a take or a projection. This comes down to what you're doing. Okay? Eagle Eye goes, you're not Howie. No shit, I'm not. No shit, I'm not. But he thinks like me. When we drafted Hurts, I was confused as hell. But I bought into the idea of having him as an off-season, as the offseason progressed. Yeah, because why? You saw the diminishing skills of Wentz. That's why. Tone. Jalen Hurts sitting on the bench, that pick was elevated more. Why? Well, because Wentz was deteriorating in front of Eagle fans' eyes. And what made it harder was he gave him $100 or $38 million a year. That's what made it harder. And the way he played early in his career made it harder. That's what made it harder. And now, that's why you guys are all in a rush to judgment here. So if you're going to take a little advice from Sills on how you look at Hurts, hang in there. Hang in there a little bit. So at first, wait, here's been Eagle fans. Here's been Eagle fans and how they've looked at Hurts since he's been an Eagle. The fall of Wentz was so hard to watch, Sills. It was. I watched it too. But Tone, tell me if this is accurate or if Sills juiced it up. Here's Eagles' evaluation of Hurts since he's been an Eagle. I fucking hated the pick. It made no sense. It was stupid. I don't know if he's our guy. Wow, he's our guy. Which is it? Those were 3 different emotions in 3 years. Which is it? Howie's taking his victory laugh. He spoke the truth. We called him a bum. Now we're kissing his ring. I'm not hating in there, though. Those are the 3 stages of acceptance. You hated Hurts when the pick happened. You weren't sure about Hurts, and now you think he's the golden savior. Which is it? Which one of those emotions? This is too much fun today. Holy cow, this is just way too much. So you had all 3 of those emotions in 3 years. I mean, do you guys ever stay on anything? Or is it really, I mean, you change your opinions awful quick on things. I don't. That's why I don't get caught up in that. I get caught up in player production. Okay? I mean, all 3 of those emotions in 3 years you've had. I don't know. I hate the pick. This guy is the golden goose. Don't you understand how erratic that behavior looks and how psychotic it looks? You said the same shit about Wentz. That's a psychotic. Dude, the only decision that you guys really screwed up on has been the Foles move. You should have traded Wentz. But again, you drafted him. You thought you were evaluating him right, and you thought you were developing him right, and you weren't. Management. Mets. Eagles are a better organization since 17. Since Doug and Wentz. But look at the fan base. Howie took a shot at you in The Athletic. He totally took a shot at you. With your up and down emotions about the 2 quarterbacks you've had in the building over the last 7 years. That's a fact. Your own GM understands you. Shit, I heard Nelson Aguilar is kicking ass in Baltimore. Talk about that a little bit later. We're not sure about you either, Sills. Yeah. Well, that's okay, man. You're never going to be sure about me because I'll never tell you what you want to hear. My press credential and key fob have nothing to do with how I do my show. I don't give a shit about that stuff. I could never give a shit about that stuff. Never have. Never will. Probably a mistake. Okay? Aguilar was a chip pick. And so was Lane, right? Tony's right. Aguilar's kicking ass, Sills at OTAs. Come on. Okay, you're right. Helmets and shorts, baby. Helmets and shorts. Shorts champion. Holy cow. Man. So how do you feel about Howie taking a shot at you? You all right with it? basically called you out in a nice, subtle way. What a very political way to throw gasoline on the fan base. Very politician-like. Well, here's me, how I read that. These guys couldn't stand Jalen Hurts being drafted. They hated the pick. They sent us emails every day telling me I sucked, telling me I don't know what I'm doing. The Jalen Carters of the world, all that bullshit. This is just another example of Howie Roseman and his inability to bring good players in here. They hated me. They hated my picks. They hated how I ran Doug out of town. Now, everyone's in love with my most famous pick, Jalen Hurts. Tell me I'm wrong. What a nice way of not only a backhanded slap, but it's a backhanded slap on the back of your head, which is the most insulting you could ever do to anyone, is slap somebody in the back of the head. That's what that is. Reached around, bang. Welcome to Howie's world, or Howie Vision. How you doing? No? Or is that too? Wait a minute. Wait, hey, Tone, am I being too harsh? Look at Merritt. You're wrong. What am I wrong about? What am I wrong about? Merritt, do I have to read the quote again? Arthur, I'm not stirring the pot. I'm using the Howie ladle. Hey, Tone. Tone's probably pissed off at me. Tone goes like this. Beginning of the week, it's usually kind of bumpy. Middle of the week, we're kind of all right. End of the week, we're wonderful. Today, he's like, I got the ladle, man. Whoa. Yeah. Dude, you guys live in Howie Vision for sure, man. Read the quote again, Sills. Look at Niner. You know what? No, not now. After you asked me, no. No, I'm not. No, read it again? All right, an Eagle guy wants me to read it again. Tone's probably throwing up. Per The Athletic. Not per Sills. Now, I'm not pissed. I actually agree. The Eagle fans switched up on Hurts pick because I'm one of them. Hey, Tone, me too. Me too. JM says I'm telling half the story. Okay. Well, let me read Howie's version of it. I'm going to read Howie's version of it. I posted this on my Twitter too, by the way, at Dan Sileo Show. So, wait a minute here. No. This is not my version. Half the facts? This is Howie's version. Blasting Eagle fans in The Athletic. I think the magnitude of the reaction was very surprising to us. I think that just the conversation around it for weeks and months to come to some kind of surprise to everyone in the organization. We were shocked. It's okay to change. And it shocked us all in the organization on the fan outrage. I'm not saying we would not have chosen Hurts if we had known the backlash and outrage by the Eagle fans. We were just surprised at how much of a life it took on and how much backlash we got from Eagle fans. That's not my take. Um, yeah. It's a nothing burger. Oh, so when you call me and say me, Seals is changing his tune on Hurts. He says the entire Eagle fan base changed its tune. Sills, Howie didn't even know about Hurts. That's why he kept those two. James, I completely agree. He's taking victory laps at your expense, saying we knew the whole time. He's lying. He's taking a victory lap on it, though, at your expense. Of course he's lying. He didn't draft Jalen Hurts. He's making it sound in The Athletic like he drafted Jalen Hurts to be the starting quarterback in Philadelphia. Dude, that's a fantasy too, what he told The Athletic. He's changing the narrative himself at the Eagle fans' expense. We were really shocked when we drafted Jalen because we knew what we had. I'm paraphrasing that. They didn't, but I did. I knew what we had. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were going to draft a guy in this previous April draft because you weren't sure coming out of the first year starting. That guy was mediocre in his first year starting. I didn't see anything special. And so did you not see anything special. Look at him lying too. He's lying. Howie's lying too. He's trying to change change the narrative of the history of Jalen Hurts too. But he's doing it at Eagle fans' expense. I couldn't believe the outrage of the fans. How could you question Howie Roseman? How could you question me? And no one hated Hurts. Of course not. Hey, Warrior Rage, of course not. This is not personal, man. It's about winning ball games. Super kid, man. No, absolutely. You know what sucks, Warrior? Sometimes people tie in when you say something negative about their play that you think they're a bad guy. I don't know Jalen Hurts from a can of paint. Has nothing to do with what kind of man he is. I'm talking about what we know when we watch him play. So for me, I have nothing I have no understanding. I've never spent time with him, and nor would I want to. Because that's how kind of it. Hey, I will not lie to you. My friendships with some people that I have, it clouds my judgment at times, especially my Canes brothers. That's not a lie. It's human nature. Me personally, I was not happy with the Jalen Hurts pick because they just played Carson. They could have gotten more weapons. Now, with what's going on, Wentz and the fact he left, I'm fine with it. Cody, perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when people, especially in the media, lie to you and tell you that they were fans of it, it's a lie. They were Chiefs fans, so sure Mahomes when they moved up 15 spots. No. That's been my point the whole time. Jalen Hurts was not brought in to Philadelphia to be a starting quarterback. There was never that notion. How he's lying. He's lying. Now, you know what? I'll take that back because he never said any of that he was brought in to be a starter. But the innuendo is that he knew he would be. That's a lie. Because his actions don't follow that. Because they gave Wentz the extension. Are we supposed to turn on? No. You're supposed to be tempered on what he says. No, Nate, Jeremiah, no. Just be tempered on how sometimes, let's be factual in the process of Jalen Hurts here. Jalen Hurts has done this himself. And elevating him. I'll say this to you. Jalen Hurts has started this process to get where he is right now in Norman, Oklahoma. Actually, I'll take that back. Sitting on the bench at Alabama, I believe started the process of where he is today. Humbled again having to leave, humbled again in the second round, humbled again that he's a backup. And all of that played into where he is today. Okay? Wentz needed weapons. I don't know, man. He had a pretty good start to his career, even without those weapons. I'm not sold till we win it all. Come on, man. You're surprised where he is today. I am. Come on. We have to give Hurts this. You see, my problem is that you forget those other hurdles you all jumped over emotionally for Hurts. You hated the pick. You weren't sure of the pick. And now you think he's a slam dunk. This was in a 3-year span. Don't you think that's weird? That all three of those emotions in the last 3 years of Jalen Hurts' career have all applied. Don't you think that's weird? You don't think that's weird? Dude, I'll tell you what, I don't ever remember saying this about Joe Burrow. Man, I don't know. I don't ever remember saying that. No, wait, I do. Draft day. Since then, I've never had that come up on whether or not that guy's the dude in Cincinnati. First start with Kansas City. Go back and watch that game. Don't let your eyeball test lie to you because you were like this. Holy shit, this guy is something else. To me, this guy's like Steph. I'm going to make a comparison. You ready, Tone? Patrick Mahomes plays the NFL position like Steph Curry. He's like Steph Curry. This guy's doing shit I've never seen. I mean, left-handed passes, he's ambidextrous, it's crazy. Every coach on the planet goes, I've never seen a talent like that guy. You didn't have to have very many games. Shit, man, Jalen Hurts had a full season. Everyone was still doing, I don't know. Even the Eagles. And what makes it crazy is how he goes in the Athletic and calls the fan base out, making you guys feel like you were the only ones that questioned it. The entire Eagle organization questioned it, and that's a bad take by Howie. Here's the point. That's a bad take by him. That's a bad take that he's now taking victory laps around Lincoln Financial saying that Jalen was the guy and we knew it and we couldn't believe the fan base hated it. Dude, come on. Seriously. That's like the Patriots going like this. I can't believe the Patriots at the beginning hated the Brady pick in the 6th round. A 6th-round quarterback is a nothing burger. I mean, Ian Book and Tom Brady were on the same level when they came out of college. Ian Book, Chase Daniels. That's how the league thought of Tom Brady. They thought he was one of them dudes. And everyone's like, hey, we got to take credit for, Tom Brady in the 6th round. Yeah, okay. Well, he was the next guy up. Dude, no way, man. I am not saying that at all about Roseman. I'm just saying that's a bad take by him to go publicly and say that the fans took a shit on the Eagle organization for drafting Jalen Hurts and then turning around and doing this. Well, we knew it the whole time. Come on, man. That's an absolute bull-faced lie. You'll never get anybody in Philadelphia to tell you this. No way. You think WIP or Fanatic or the Inquirer will question that take in the Athletic? Never. Never. He's a liar. He didn't draft him to be the starting quarterback in Philly. And now he's giving you the impression that that's the truth. Come on. Oh, okay. Yeah. Remember when he was standing out front of the locker room in Indianapolis? congratulating everybody on him bringing in Sue and Linville Joseph and how he saved the run defense. This guy's ego is awful gargantuan. Okay? Harsh words? Are they wrong? Where am I wrong, Spike? How many people believe Howie Roseman drafted Jalen Hurts to be the starting quarterback in Philadelphia? And the only reason you'll say yes is because you're revising your own history. All I'm telling you, always keep an eye on, dude, don't change the path, because the story of Jalen Hurts is going to write itself. But people want a piece of it now and put themselves and interject themselves in his ride. That's what they're doing here. They're interjecting their contribution to this journey. They drafted him. Okay? You drafted him as a backup to protect the injury to Wentz. Say it. And look what he's developed into. He's developed, and he's continuing to develop into a dominating player. Why can't you leave it there? But see, again, this is the kind of shit that drove Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones apart. Dude, ego drove Doug Peterson and Howie and Jeffrey Lurie apart. But what I don't like is that he's now trying to separate himself, Howie, from the reality of how it went down. Some of you today came out and said, Sills, I hated the pick. But dude, is it okay that, yes. Yes. Because he's performing. Yeah, it's cool. Of course. Why would it be? It's reality. That's called living in reality. Okay, wait a minute. Is Jalen Hurts a different player than he was 2 years ago? Who in their right mind would say no? Who in their right mind would say that? Fly Eagle Fly goes, I think it's an incredible testament to what Hurts has done to improve his game. Absolutely true. To change so many people's perspective on his play, even beyond Eagle fans. Absolutely. It's a beautiful take. His development has been incredible thus far. And I love that last two words that he has, thus far. Remember something, Fly Eagle Fly. There's never a closed evaluation on a sports athlete. You never close the narrative on him. Or, excuse me, you never close the story on it. Thus far is how you should end with every athlete. Watch this. Zion Williamson is a dominating player, but thus far, he's been out more than he's played. Is that a bad take? Justin Herbert looks like a tremendous passer of the football. And I think he's got a great opportunity. And I think he continues to grow. I like where he's going thus far. I think, and thus far. Those are three key words that still have the word potential around it. When I look at Mahomes, do you know where I am with him? Patrick Mahomes is the most dominant player in the NFL. There's no one close. And will he become the next Tom Brady? So far, he's on that path. There's even an open end with Mahomes. But his is elevated to here because he's dominated the NFL. Jalen Hurts has had three different emotions. 3 different emotions in 3 years. I'd be careful. That's why I keep telling you, 2023, dude, he's either going to go here or he's going to be somewhere in the middle. We got a topic on that too, by the way. And I'll explain here in a minute. I will say this to you about Hurts. Hurts has overcome so many people doubting him, including the Eagles. Look at Nick. Hey, Tone, am I wrong? Nick Saban's changed his narrative on, or is trying to change the narrative on his relationship. Alabama's trying to claim him like he was an Alabama player. He's a Sooner. He's not a Bama player. He's a Sooner. Oh, yeah, we saw the kind of intangibles that he had when he was here at Al. Well, you didn't surely coach it. Nick Saban, for the great coach that you guys think he is, some of you today couldn't get the best out of Jalen Hurts. Nick Sirianni has. That's right. Bachelor's degree. Think about what I just said. Okay? About Jalen Hurts there. Jalen Hurts, okay? Jalen Hurts, everybody. Nick Sirianni got the best out of Jalen Hurts. Nick Saban benched him. And now Nick's going around telling everybody how great a guy he is. What a great dude that Jalen is. So you got Howie Roseman and Nick Saban trying to change how they looked at Hurts. Dude, always remember, coaches and GMs lie like rugs. Very rarely do they tell you the truth. Look at what who was that guy? Bill Polian. I had a first round grade on Tom Brady when I was the general manager of the Colts. Then maybe didn't he come out 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago saying how he had some sort of phantom meeting with Ryan Leaf, and Ryan Leaf got up from the meeting and he had a bad meeting with him, and Ryan Leaf came out and went, "Hang on here, we never met. I wasn't in Indianapolis. I never met Bill Polian in my life. He lied." Bill Polian is going around trying to tell people that, I had my meeting with him and I made my decision then. Ryan Leaf went like this, was the whole Ryan Leaf and Peyton Manning decision. He goes, "I never met with him and I never spoke to him. I spoke to people in the Colt organization." All these guys want a piece of Jalen now. Even people in his own organization want a piece of him. But what I didn't like was that he threw the fans out there. Fans have a right to change their mind. You pay the bills. Right, Tone? You guys pay the season tickets and those stupid-ass PSL things that the NFL throws at. You have every right to change your mind. You put your money where your mouth is. Every single Sunday, you guys put your money where your mouth is, man. Don't sit there and with some fantasy about Jalen Hurts, where he is today. You're taking credit for work that Hurts did. Not for anything you did. That's the sorry-ass thing about that. When people take credit for other people's hard work. Jalen's not going to say anything because he's a team guy. But that's a shitty thing, man. Give the guy all of his... By the way, 255, you're going to overlook all that shit because you know why? The Eagles put their money where their mouth is. So that stuff there is kind of probably water off his back. Don't take credit for it. Because the fans, I'm hoping you guys see through that. Some of you don't. That's right, Warrior. Ohio State trying to claim Joe Burrow when they fired him is hilarious. Ohio State has never had a successful quarterback. Wait, they did. Joe Burrow. Then they fired him. Then they fired him. And they threw him out for Justin Fields and Dwayne Haskins. And Joe Burrow has been to 2 AFC title games in the Super Bowl, and they had the guy. Joe Burrow's our guy. He's not. No, he's not. You kidding me? All right. I hope Jalen Hurts takes this philosophy on in year 3 of his starting. I'll explain what that is. Don't forget, Mike Golick will join us at 5:30 Eastern time. Hit the like button. Keep it here on the National Football Show.